Hey everyone, it's Stranger Grayson here. Welcome back to another horror movie review. Today, I'll be looking at another Halloween movie, and this is the third entry in the franchise. This was the time where John Carpenter and Deborah Hill were kind of done with the Michael Myers storyline, and they wanted to move on. So, for the third movie, they wanted to go like an anthology route. And basically what would happen is once every year, you would get a horror movie, and each horror movie would tell a different story, sort of like an anthology, and I'm pretty sure would like build up to one whole story by the end. But as you probably know, that didn't really work out because people received this film poorly, but it has grown over the years. And that is Halloween 3 Season of the Witch. I really love this slipcover made by Scream Factory. This is probably my favorite out of the three. And it really, you can see, what's his name? Crap, he's the guy that played, not Nick Castle, but it was Dick Warlock, that's his name. He played Michael Myers in Halloween 2. He's back here as a one of the suited men. He's like the main, not main villain, but you'll understand what I mean once you watch the movie. Anyway, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. What is this about? Basically, it follows, the movie opens up with a man, and he is running away from two suited men in a car. And he's also clutching a Halloween mask. And he stops in like this car mechanic place, and a suited man catches up to him, tries to kill him, but he pulls something out of a car, and the car rolls and kills the man, crushes him. And he's able to get away. Then you cut to this black guy in the gas station. He's watching TV. Then the man holding the mask comes up to him and falls to the ground. He gets taken to the hospital. Then you get to meet the main character of the story, Dr. Daniel Chalice, who's played by Tom Atkins. Tom Atkins you may recognize from The Fog or Night of the Creeps. And he is like the main doctor of this whole place. So the man holding the mask gets wheeled into the ER, and he kept whispering stuff about they're going to kill us all, don't trust the man, all that. So of course the doctors are wondering why this man's blabbering on about they're going to kill us all and everything. Then later on that night in the hospital, a suited man comes in, and let's just say he did something to the guy that was wheeled in. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but the most shocking thing ever happens throughout that whole scene. And even after that, what happened to the suited man was even more freaking hilarious and just shocking at the same time. Like, that was so much crap that happened at once, and it was very, very shocking. Then later on, the daughter of the man, Ellie, she shows up, meets up with Dr. Daniel Chalice, and they want to go visit the place where the masks are made, because the whole, the Ellie's father was, freaking out about the mask and everything. If you don't know, the masks are made by Silver Shamrock, and Silver Shamrock is like a popular mask making brand. They originate in Santa Mira. The guy named Connell Cochran, that's his name, Connell Cochran. He's the one who founded Silver Shamrock and is making all this Halloween stuff for kids. You got 3 different varieties of masks. You got a pumpkin, a skeleton, and a witch. All 3 of them look amazing. And so Ellie and Daniel travel to Santa Mira to figure out what happens, and let's just say shit hits the fan. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch was definitely a movie that was not well received by critics and fans, but now later on throughout the years, the film has grown on a lot of people, me especially. I used to hate this movie. I remember I hated this movie. back when I was younger, but now rewatching it a couple times, it definitely is underrated, I should say, and this is definitely probably in my top 5 favorite Halloween movies, I gotta say. It was just well directed. John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, I believe, produced this movie, and they also wrote. They got somebody to direct, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Tommy Lee Wallace. He directed this movie, but John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, I believe, wrote and produced the movie. Tommy Lee Wallace did a great job directing. Tom Atkins as the lead role, definitely enjoy that, especially, with his ex-wife. Forgot to mention that. He has an ex-wife and 2 kids and all that. He's very forgetful about his kids at sometimes, I gotta be honest. But the kills in this movie were probably some of the goriest and disgusting kills I've ever seen in any Halloween movie. Like, even Halloween 2 and some of these films later on, I don't believe compare to the gore of this movie. Like, it deals with, like, bugs and everything. You'll understand what I mean. There's one scene where bugs and snakes are involved. I won't tell you exactly what happened, but I'm just going to say bugs and snakes. That's all I'm going to say. It's disgusting. It made me cringe. I started feeling very uncomfortable because I was sitting in the dark room and I got very freaked out that, like, bugs are going to crawl on me and stuff. So that was not a pleasant moment. But there is one twist ending towards the end of this that was kind of a waste of just of a character. I'm not going to tell you what character it was, but it felt like just a last-minute twist that didn't really hit me as I thought it would. The way it was drawn out was cool, but I just don't think it needed that twist. It kind of, like, spoiled a little bit of the movie for me. Not to the point where I hated it or anything. It's just, like, I felt like it was just a random twist ending that Carpenter and Deborah Hill threw in. But for most of it, it was pretty neat, and I definitely enjoyed, like, the final ending, involving the commercial and Daniel Chalice. That was kind of left you on a cliffhanger, and you kind of wanted to know what would happen after that point. So, yeah, definitely good directing with Tommy Lee Wallace, John Carpenter, and Deborah Hill. I believe this was, like, their final thing with the Halloween franchise before they left for, like, a good 40 years or something like that, or 30-something years before they came back finally. But it's a shame that we never got to see where this anthology led up to, because I really wanted to know if the anthology kept going, what movie we could have seen after this, because I really did enjoy this. And I really would have loved to see what John Carpenter and Deborah Hill would have thought up of for the next anthology. But, of course, that didn't happen. The box office didn't do as well as Universal thought it would, so now they had to figure out a way to bring Michael back, and you will see that in the next review. So, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Very good movie. Scream Factory did an awesome release with this. As you can see, I forgot to mention this earlier, but I changed the cover around to make it back to the original movie art that was for 1982. Definitely do prefer this over the Scream Factory, but it's by a long shot, because I enjoy both of these, but honestly, I still want to keep this one just as a matching thing, so it won't be just the same cover, Yeah, it does come with special features as well. Audio commentary. I watched the 4K version. The last 2 movies I had to watch Blu-ray, but this one I watched 4K Ultra HD. Can't really tell you much of the quality, but I can tell you that it was good for what I saw. So, yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Anyways, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Very good movie. Very underrated. If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it about an 8. Not as good as Halloween 1 or Halloween 2, but definitely underrated. You guys should check this out. Definitely better than some of the franchise after this. Yeah. What is everyone's thoughts on Halloween 3, Season of the Witch? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Would love to hear your thoughts on it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next Halloween review. God bless and have a good day. Bye, everyone.